pleasure to sit down with a great quarterback, Mr. Matt Hasselback. Listen, it's always going to be a situation for me. Remember back in, can't remember what year that was, see the Cowboys star, had a little fumble at a snap.
Well, it's hard to remember because we beat the Cowboys so many times.
Zing!
No, I don't even know if that's true.
The one time I remember is a certain quarterback fumbling the snap.
Okay, let's talk about that game.
Okay,
Tony Romo blew the snap. That song that Justin Timberlake. Have you heard that?
Yes. Is that you want to Cry Me a River?
They do like I'm bringing sexy back.
Oh!
And they do I think like something about Matt Hasselback instead of sexy back, but then like Tony Romo blew the snap. It's something, I don't know the lyrics.
I think I remember that whole song they were doing that.
Here's the thing. Tony Romo is not the problem in that game. Because he almost scored a touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
He got tackled from the backside. He got tackled by the backside guy that wasn't doing his job, Jordan Babineau, Texas guy. He never should have been there. Tony Romo should have scored. But here's the problem. I wish they kicked the field goal. I wish they made the field goal because what happened instead, so listen, if they kick the field goal, then Parcells is going to squib kick it. We'll get the ball good position. We had a good offense that year, very confident in our 2-minute drive. We had one of the best kickers in football that year. He would have kicked a game. Like, that's easier. Instead, we got the ball, like, inside the 5-yard line. I think Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator of that game?
Yeah, because that was Parcells last year.
You had DeMarcus.
Parcells quit.
Yeah, that's what he said, actually. I was a ball boy for Coach Parcells as a kid. Anyway, so we would have had to come out in like 4 minutes. You got like Roy Williams, you got DeMarcus Ware, you got all these guys. I hate 4-minute, like run the ball, punt. I hate that. So as a quarterback, I would have much preferred they make the field goal. I get the ball. We just go kick a field goal. But coming out, we got really, really lucky. Wade Phillips came out with this like really creative defense on our last play, and it came down to Sean Alexander in the hole with Roy Williams, and Roy missed the tackle, and we busted it, and that's why we won the game backed up. But as a quarterback, you hate being backed up like that.
Wasn't that you guys went to the Super Bowl?
And we did. I think we went to the Super Bowl that year, yeah.
Yes.
Was that a playoff game?
That was a playoff game because Tony Romo was sitting on the field.
Yeah,
like this.
And I'll tell you another huge play in that game. Lofa Tatupu, Jason Witten catches like an out route right at the goal line, and our all-world, middle linebacker for us, Lofa Tatupu, like stood him up. Jason Witten, Hall of Famer, and like just stood him up, and that's what led to the field goal in the first place. But you're right about Parcells. He came up to me after the game. I actually think I saw a picture of like him hugging me after the game. And he said something to me that made no sense, and then he retired, and then it made sense. Something like, it might be time for me to retire if I'm getting beat by my old ball boys or something like that.
Oh, well, you got to know there's a whole story behind why he quit.
Okay, well, I don't know that story.
That's the I don't want T.O. here year, and Jerry brought T.O. in anyway.
Oh, well.
That was that year.
That happens. It happens with coaches and GMs, I think it was like Terry Glenn in New England before that, maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong.
So, of course, you're a quarterback. I got to ask you about my quarterback, Dak Prescott. What do you seeing from my guy?
I see a lot of money in the bank. A lot of money in the bank.
Well, that is definitely true.
I mean, I'll just say this, like when it comes to quarterback, sometimes beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Like what one team wants isn't what somebody else wants. But as a quarterback, you want to be what your organization is looking for. And I think he's everything that Jerry Jones and that organization is looking for. They're building it around him. You see, even with the head coaching decision, they wanted to keep it the same for him. He's their guy. They love him. Just like the way that the Chiefs would never trade Mahomes for Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills would never trade Josh Allen for even Patrick Mahomes. And it's just, as a quarterback, it's great to have that kind of support.
How did you feel about Josh Allen winning the MVP award last night?
Shocked. But I know this. Almost never does the MVP win the Super Bowl, unless you're Tom Brady. But so if I'm a quarterback, I don't want the MVP. Like, I want that Super Bowl. I want to hoist the Lombardi.
You don't think Saquon should have got it?
No. Here's how Saquon should have got it. If they didn't rest him and he went and broke that rushing record, which he easily could have done. If you want to win the MVP, then do that. We had the same thing in 2005. We locked up the 1 seed in the NFC. Sean Alexander was close to the touchdown record. We were playing a meaningless game in Green Bay. And Mike Holmgren said, hey, this MVP is not just a running back award. It's an offensive line award. It's our fullback Max Strong's award. It's our Penn State wide receivers, Joe Jaravicius and Bobby Ingram, who do a great job blocking. It's everyone's award. In a meaningless, quote-unquote, game, at the end of the year, we're going to play Sean, have him score whatever he needs to score. We're going to get the touchdown record. We're going to get the MVP. Then we'll rest up. Then we'll go win the Super Bowl. And Philly could have done something similar, and they played it safe. So they better come out of here with that hoisting that Lombardi, because I don't know. I think it would have been really cool.
One last thing: do you get a chance to watch much Seahawks games? How do you like what Geno is doing over there?
I like Geno. I mean, I really think Geno's great.
Like comeback player all time, right?
No, I wouldn't say all time.
I mean, this guy was
he didn't write. He did not. Had he written back, then he'd be comeback of the year. But he never wrote back, so I don't know. He can't really be coming back. He never left. No, Geno's a great example for a lot of quarterbacks who, it's not always a smooth road, and he learned a lot from all the different guys he backed up in his journey. Phillip Rivers and Eli and Russell, and he's become this amazing quarterback. Now, the nature of a new head coach, new ownership, like all that kind of stuff, they're going to invest in the position. They're going to. So what he needs to do is he needs to maybe just raise the level of consistency. Like I love his play. The hard thing for the Seahawks now is there's another bidder out there now, because Pete Carroll loves Geno, and he needs a quarterback.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens there.
Last thing, who wins Super Bowl?
On paper, the Eagles should win this game. They've got the best defense. They've got the most talented roster. They've got the best O-line. They've got the best running game. They've got 3 great weapons outside in the passing game in Dallas Goedert and AJ and Devontae. But I'm never going to go against Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Spagnuolo. And I think, if this game comes down to a field goal like they often do, Harrison Butker has proven that he's automatic.
All right. Thank you for the time.
You're welcome.